Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here another pen on review here, and I'd like to thank Derek from Stonecott Fine Writing Supplies for loaning me this pen for review. As you can see, it is a BENU, and BENU was originally formed in 2016 with the aim to make writing instruments and desk accessories for those who prefer bold, bright colours and new designs that are playful, stylish and fun. The name BENU is inspired by the ancient Egyptian god associated with the sun, creation and rebirth, and the BENU bird, which is one of the oldest known names of the phoenix, a majestic creature that is reborn throughout time. BENU pens are truly something different. So this is a BENU Talisman from the Talisman collection. It's inspired by the myth and legends. It fuses elements believed to bring back luck, protection, money, or love. Hawkeye is a stone that symbolizes protection, power, and perseverance, and it's believed to be the stone that can help fill your aura with a fiery confidence which will help you achieve your goals and attain new heights. So I think let's remove the lid here on this box, and you'll see here that you have a cardboard pouch with the pen in. You then have this hawk's eye pamphlet here, or leaflet, which goes into details about the hawk's eye quartz that you can read there, the inspiration behind it, and it goes on to a lot of detail there. So that's a nice little leaflet. You also get the product and information warranty, and also you get some shredded paper. So this is all very good in terms of a small pen box and also fully recyclable. And then you have this cardboard pouch here. So I'll just remove this out of the way and we'll take the pen out of the pouch there. So this is the BENU Talisman, and this is the hawk's eye. And I have to say, I actually am liking the hawk's eye. I thought originally when I saw this at the London Pen Show, in the Autumn Pen Show in October 23, that I really wasn't a fan of the hawk's eye. And likewise the cat's eye, and I preferred the tiger's eye. But the hawk's eye, this blue, it's almost like an electric blue there, with the blue glitter as well, is actually looking quite stunning. Now, in terms of cap finial, it's just a dome there. You have the clip which you can activate by squeezing the end of the cap finial there. And then you also have an inverted dome there, which is actually nice to be able to touch from time to time. And then you have what is essentially facets running down this. So you can see here there are facets, but you have these small facets and these longer facets, and they don't match up. So it creates quite a tactile feel to this pen, and you can see that here on the body as well. Alternating facets, it really adds a lot of texture. So if you like texture to a pen, or if you want a tactile feel to a pen, then this might be for you. Now, if I unscrew the cap, you get a grey section here, and a number 6 size nib, and this is a Schmidt nib, and it's a steel nib. It's a fine nib that you can see there with an ABS plastic feed. If I unscrew the body, you'll have a Schmidt K5 converter there, so that is nice, so that you can fill it up with bottled ink. Now, in terms of the pen in the size of my hand, it's actually a really good size. I do actually like the feel of this. I do have Euphorias myself, and I do like the slightly thicker, slightly longer approach to the Euphoria over the Talisman. But you can post the cap if you want to, and it will post deeply and securely there. It's not back weighted either. But you can see, though, you really don't need to post that cap. It actually is a decent size in my hand. If you're holding it down here at the base of the section, or even if you're holding up here more on the threads are quite shallow and quite wide, so you don't feel them either. So it is actually quite a nice feel to the pen. So I think with that, let's do a size check. We'll do a weight check. We'll do a pen comparison, and then we'll do a writing sample. So the length of the pen, we are looking at about 138 millimeters in length. The length of the cap, we're looking about 63 millimeters in length. We'll take a look at the length of the body. We're looking about 130 millimeters, so it's bordering on an oversized pen. So it's not a short pen, and you can definitely see that there in the size of my hand. I think what we'll do, we'll go and do a weight check. Now, this pen is uninked, so it is coming in at just over 20.5 grams in weight. Let's just reset that and double check it again. Yeah, just over 20.5 grams in weight. The weight of the cap, we're looking at just over 8 grams in weight. And then the weight of the body, we're looking at just under 12.5 grams in weight. So it is quite a lightweight pen. It's not a heavy pen. But you can see here this material is quite nice. It really is quite beautiful. And I have to say that I do starting to like this Hawk's Eye a lot more than I thought I would. So I think with that, let's go and do a comparison with other pens. So from left to right, we have a BENU Scepter, and this is the 3. We have a BENU Scepter 1, and we have a BENU Scepter 6. We have a BENU Euphoria, and this is the Bourbon. We have a BENU, and this is the New Year 2023 Euphoria. We have a BENU Talisman in the Hawk's Eye, and you can see the length of the pen is actually a lot shorter and thinner as well compared to the Euphoria. We have a BENU Euphoria Vodka on the rocks. We have a Esterbrook SD Oversize in the Rocky Top. We have a Santini Libra in the Amber and a Santini Libra in the Laurel. So I think let's now go and do a writing sample. So this is the BENU, and it's the Talisman, and it is the Hawk's Eye. And it is a fine, and it is a steel Schmidt nib. And the ink in here is Diamine China Blue, which I think is quite a good match to the blue on this pen. Now, in terms of line variation, we are definitely seeing a Western fine here. I'd almost say it's getting towards an extra fine, but probably not quite. Now, I can push it a little bit more and get maybe a medium out of it. But you can see here the figure of 8. And then if I continue these vertical lines, there's no hard starts or skips. So this nib is fairly well tuned. I think in terms of line, in terms of ink wetness or nib wetness, let's take a look here. We'll do some downstrokes. That's quite a wet nib. So you can see here that this nib is quite a wet writer, especially for a fine nib. So that is actually quite a wet nib for sure. What do I like? What do I not like about the pen? Well, it is a BENU. I have a number of BENUs, as you've seen in my pen tray comparison. I do own 3 Scepters. I do own 3 Euphorias. I am thinking of adding either the Tiger's Eye or the Hawk's Eye to my collection. I'd like to thank Derek from Stonecott Fine Writing Supplies for loaning me this pen for review. I now have a difficult decision on whether or not I'm going to pick up the Tiger's Eye or the Hawk's Eye. So I need to work out whether or not I'm going to send this one back or not. Do check out Derek at stonecopfinewritingsupplies.com. Also check him out on Instagram and also to a UK pen show as well, because he goes to most of the UK pen shows. So there's nothing that I dislike about this pen. It really is an interesting size. It's not the size of a Euphoria. My personal preference is I do prefer the size of the Euphoria. It's slightly longer, it's slightly thicker, but I know a lot of people don't like really oversized pens, so I know that they would prefer a shorter and also a thinner pen. And I think this is where the BENU Talisman actually comes in quite nice, because it plugs that gap almost. So you've got a smaller pen like the BENU Scepter, for instance. You've then got the Talisman, and then you've also got the Euphoria. But for me, I do think this is quite a nice pen. So now I've got to make up that decision on whether or not I'm going to buy the pen or if I will return it to Derek. But again, I'd like to thank him for loaning me this pen for review. So that's my review of the BENU Talisman in the Hawk's Eye with a fine steel nib. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye-bye.